I'm Modern Mulan and welcome to IC Stories Manila episode 21. Pag-usapan natin ang The Block. So today, no, napakarami nating guests na ipapakilala sa inyo. And bago yan, syempre kailangan mag-hello muna tayo sa mga very early supporters natin, sa mga early commenters. Namamuna na dyan, laging first. From the Gamer, maraming salamat. Scout Martin, of course, ayan, nagpa-check na siya ng attendance. We also have Esther Z, ICP. Thank you so much for being here. Chide, Christian Phils, MH, Julius, ayan, Vito, Esfeso. The Block Media is here. Maraming salamat po. So hello IC people. Mag-hello tayo sa mga blockmates natin. We'll introduce later on no, kung sino sila. So kapit lang kayo dyan. CC, of course, John Kurt, Rico, maraming salamat. Jeremiah, Eva, so many of you. Maraming salamat po. So, let's call in Sir Ape in Crypto, no? Let's check in with him. Kumusta na siya? Ano ba yung mga na-miss out natin for this week? Hi, Sir Ape. How are you?
Hello, good evening. Modern Mulan, good evening sa mga nanonood right now. And napaka-exciting tong show natin tonight.
Yes.
Kasi nga of course, The Blokc, of course, one of the OGs dito sa crypto space natin. And bringing education, no? Non-stop 'yan, walang tigil 'yan sa pagtuturo, lalo na sa mga universities. And of course, parehas tayo ng kumbaga objective dito sa Philippines na turo about blockchain, no? And specifically internet computer. Pero bago 'yan, meron tayong napaka-special na guest. Si EOMG from Encode Club, which is based in Europe. But what she will say is very important for our Filipino community because magbe-benefit actually ang mga kababayan natin dito. Magkakaroon kasi ng hackathon, actually global ito, napakalaki ng prize. And sa mga nanonood or papanoorin to ng replay, please take note, no? May opportunity tayo dito. Kumbaga sa Web3 nga, alam mo yun, nabibigyan tayo ng connection sa mga ganitong pagkakataon. Kailangan natin aralin and then sumali tayo sa hackathon. Napakalaki ng premyo. So, game changer ito.
I think we have her here. So, napakaraming details nito and I'm sure you guys are very much excited. So, let's call her in. Let's meet OMG and then feel free to ask her about the event as well. Ayan. Hi, OMG. How are you?
Hi, OMG. Good
Hello,
morning
everyone.
there.
Morning. Salamat for inviting me here. I'm really excited to meet like a Filipino community ecosystem. Just I want to send a greeting that masaya ako na nakilala kita. This is a great time to get engaged. I am, as Lucky Abin Crypto said, I'm based in Europe, in Germany. Today I'm in London in business trip, but I was super excited that when I see the invitation to share some stories with the Filipino community. If you have any question regarding the hackathon, I'm here to answer.
All right.
Thank you very much.
A bit about, what Encode is and what's this event that you guys are planning? Or the one that you'll be having on May 22.
Cool. So first, Encode Club is a leading blockchain education community. So we are organizing a lot of education programs with the leading protocols in the space, such as like a public educate series. Also, we make boot camps and hackathons and accelerators, both online and in person. We have a global community who are joining. You can see that like we are running also a grant program as well. There's a lot of different education opportunity within the community. And after this, you can see that we just had a bit of Bitcoin ICP Twitter space like yesterday. So we are helping the community to understand that complex technical concept through the different like educational program, and also focusing on helping like developers getting onboarded to the new ecosystem. So in the end, if they're interested in they get a job in the ecosystem, or if they're building their own project, they get a new funding opportunity, and we are helping them through all the funnel.
Oh wow, that's a lot of opportunities that you
that is big. That is huge.
Yeah. So
and
how about for this specific event? Like if someone wants to register, how do they go about it?
Cool. So as you can see in the screen now, like a Beetle Bitcoin hackathon is like a 4 weeks online hackathon, which is starting 22nd May. 22nd May, we're gonna have the launch event followed by the first workshop. If you're interested in, if you go to this website, you can see start building button. You can register either solo hacker or like you can register with your team. Many people are asking what is the minimum or maximum size of the team. We don't have the hard cap there, so you can be a solo hacker, but also you can be a team of like a 5 to 6.
Nice.
It can be even bigger, but we usually recommend max 16 because otherwise it will be more difficult to organize your team, and
Yeah.
it's difficult to focus on building. And then you can see that like submission deadline is coming like in June, so that it can be like 4 weeks long. And first 2 weeks you will have
Oh,
like a different types of the workshops coming, and then you have a bunch of time to learn and build.
Yeah,
yeah.
AMG, is this regional base, or it doesn't matter whatever region you are from? This is global. This is open to everybody, whatever race you are, Filipinos, Indonesians, Malaysians, everybody can join.
Yes, it's open to everybody who is interested in this ecosystem. Everybody means not only who have a previous experience at internet computer,
Mhm.
but also who are interested in but never built something before. Especially first workshop is going to be given by the Emergent Labs about the ASIL. So if you
Oh
don't know the
wow.
Rust or Motoko, but you know how to build in TypeScript or like a Python, there's like a different SDKs which going to be helping you, and it will be the first course like you're going to start with. So if you are a developer who know the TypeScript or Python, but
Yeah.
never built on ICP before, this is a great time to join.
Oh
Okay.
wow, that's
Yeah. Another question, AMG. Will it be a factor if I use Motoko language because I'm a veteran developer of a Motoko, or if I use TypeScript? Yeah, which is a much easier language, especially with Divergent Labs, making it more easier. Will it be a factor in the judging on the hackathon?
So which language you're using is not actually the judging criteria. So either you
Okay.
build with Motoko or either you build with using like a Azure or Kyber. The
Hmm.
language itself, we want to provide the environment that you can start easy, but the itself will not be considered as like one of the judging criteria. But of course, one of the judging criteria is like a technical competence, the quality of the
Yeah,
design or the
I
source
agree.
code. So not the language itself, but what you are building in, or like a complexity of the neat design of your products gonna be judged, but not the
Hmm.
language itself.
Would
all
you
right.
have a percentage breakdown of percentages on what the judges will be looking at? Is it more about the concept, or about the technical know-how on the code, back end?
Mhm.
What's the major factor, if ever?
So, judging criteria mainly we gonna look into like a 5 different things in judging. So first is like a
Okay.
X factor and the potential. So what is the wow factor in the idea? So like if it's like having a great potential, if it's like innovative. And then the
Yeah.
second thing is like as I mentioned, like the technical competence, so the quality of the design and the source
Yeah.
code. And the third is like an impact. So if it's solving the existing
Yeah,
problem,
I
the
agree.
word problem, or people are gonna be using it. And
Yeah.
then the fourth going to be if this service actually usable, how far have you made, or the progression. So if it's like getting ready product, right? And then like we have
Hmm.
like a last bullet points, and the most important is I see superpowers. So how well did you utilize the superpowers of the internet computer is
Yeah.
another judging criteria. So
Oh,
that if
very
Agree.
you use
important.
Canister well and so on.
Oh, those are
Agree.
very
Agree.
interesting points to check because you're correct. Like the utility and of course how well you utilize IC is, going to be the cake topper or like the icing on the cake for that. So now let's talk about the prices. Of course, people are also interested in the prices for these events, right? So
Yeah.
walk us through, what's waiting for the winners.
Cool. So, as everyone knows, there like ICP Hacker has like a great and sweet prizes like ready for the hackers. So there's like a
Yeah.
two different track to build. One is the main track, and one is the Blue Sky track, and both of them have like a different track winners. And also we have an additional price regardless to the track. And each track, first prize winner gonna have the 5,000 US dollar amount of the ICP, and then also they will have 25,000 definitive developer grants they can apply for.
Wow.
And then the second gonna be a 3,000 and the 5,000 developer grant, and the third has a 2,000, as you can see also in the screen. And this is for the both track of the main track and Blue Sky track, which I'm gonna give a little bit more information after this. And then the additional price is regardless which track you are taking, if your product show the best use case of the chain key signatures or HTTPS outpost
Yeah.
or Omnic, then you can entitle the best use price, which is a 1,000 in ICP. So even you apply for the Blue Sky or you apply for the main track, even though your project itself is not huge to win a big prize, but if you can showcase the best use case of these three cases, then you will be entitled to the additional prizes.
Wow, that's so cool.
Okay.
Many opportunities for everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
AOMG, I have a question from a friend of mine who just recently joined the Motoko bootcamp by Code and State. They did a project there as well. They deployed it, and they can also place it here.
You mean they're building project currently, and if they can join the hackathon?
Yes.
So we are receiving, because we are making a lot of hackathons, we are receiving a lot of questions from people that hey, once if I'm winning in the hackathon, I'm working on my own projects going further. Should I keep
Yes.
going to the hackathon, and what kind of is the best practice? What I usually recommend is trying to separate certain building blocks of your big project. So you're building a huge project, it can have a lot of different features, right? Try to
Yeah.
focus on certain features you want to build on this hackathon and submit that, so that your project going to be judged by your submission, which you are building during this hackathon period, but also you don't need to deviate from your main project too much, and this can contribute to your main project. If you're not sure about how it would work, feel free to also reach out. You can schedule a call with our program manager, and our program manager
That's
is
a
going to
good
explain you
idea.
more about the criteria.
Yeah.
How could they schedule a call with the manager?
So once when you sign up our hackathon, we are going to send out the hacker pack, which include all the detailed information about the hackathon and the information of the person you will be in contact with. Then you can schedule a call with our program manager. Another
Yeah.
thing is, if you join our Discord server, in our Discord server, there's a dedicated channel for the Bitcoin hackathon. There, if you ask questions, either you can schedule a call with us or we will be answering async too.
Wow. I mean, that's so
Okay, great.
comprehensive. And the support that you
Yeah.
guys are giving, even before the hackathon, is just amazing. So thank you for everything that you do. And before we let you go, I think you mentioned that there are two kinds of tracks. Do you want to
Yes,
explain
yes.
a little bit more of that?
Yes, so if you can scroll up a little bit, also there's explanations afterwards. If you're interested in people, you can read. One is a
Um,
main track, which is focused on our main concept of the Bitcoin,
Oh,
and the second is a Blue Sky track. So as all you know that recently the smart contract or a kind of programming possibility on Bitcoin network become very popular, and then ICP enabled that integrated to Bitcoin network directly. You can use the canister smart contract, let's say. So
yes.
we want to see a new solutions around, and so that we prepared a lot of workshops around as well. You will see that how to making a multi-sig wallet on Bitcoin network, or a
yeah.
NFT marketplace, so to say, you can trade ordinals using the ICP network, so that it'll be faster and
I
cheaper.
agree.
Everything gonna be so much smoother. So all those concepts is the main track, is you can explore the opportunities around that kind of smart contract is integrated to the Bitcoin network directly. How can we use this superpower of the ICP in combination with the Bitcoin network? And second thing is traditionally, if you're in ICP ecosystem, you must have heard about this several times, Blue Sky Track, which is
Yes.
open to
Yeah.
anybody, any idea in the
Yeah.
ICP ecosystem. So even you are not so familiar with the Bitcoin, if you have any idea which can be interesting for the internet computer ecosystem, you can simply build and submit it to Blue Sky Track.
Nice.
Okay. Thank you so much for that clarification. Anything else that you would like to share, or do you have
Or you
like
want to
another?
invite the Filipino community?
Yes, of
In
course.
Tagalog, in Filipino.
Yeah, you must like join this opportunity. This is just like such a great time to you can mingle with the others. Also, I just like saw one question. People were asking if it's online event. Yes, so Google Hackathon is the how to say like an online event. So you it doesn't matter where are you located. You can join with the teammates like also wherever they located. So if you're a solo hacker and then if you join the community, if you find some I don't know, someone from the opposite side of the world, you want to build a project together, it's completely welcome. And so, like, regardless where you're located, feel free to join us. And second thing is like a workshop. We have like several workshops scheduled. You can go to website to
Yeah.
check. If you're not sure about like how to build, we have a workshops about like a Motoko and full stack, or like an Azure workshop for the people who can use TypeScript. You can use Python. And then we have a different workshops of like orally workshop regarding the Oracle, for example, regarding the
Yeah.
around the Bitcoin. Also, we can have the workshops around like ordinary NFT marketplace or like a Bitcoin multi-sig wallet and so on. So there's a lot of opportunity to learn. Don't get scared and please come. And if you're not developer, also please come and then try to recruit developers for
Agree.
projects so that you can make your idea coming true. So
Yeah.
you don't need to be a developer to join the hackathon. Usually,
That's
perfect team
correct.
is like a mixture of the developers and someone who understands the problem or designer, project manager. So if you're interested in, join us and we will help you out.
Thank you so much.
Great.
It's so we appreciate hearing it from you. I know how busy you are. Your schedule must be packed. Yet you made the time so that you can talk to the Filipino community and invite them personally. Again, thank you so much, Yomji.
Thank
We
you
hope
very much, AOMG. Thank you very much.
and actually have an interview with you because we have so many questions. All right, I think if that's everything, thank you so much. Again, it's super nice meeting
Thank you
you
very
and
much, AOMG. Talk to you again
nakilala.
soon. Mhm.
Thank you for inviting me. Have a nice day, everyone.
Have a
Bye.
nice day. Bye-bye.
Ayan, grabe napakaraming opportunities na binigay, no?
Yeah.
I'm very interested sa workshops nila. If did I understand correctly, kung halimbawa kahit hindi ako
Yes.
mag-participate, available din ba yung workshops for me? Right?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. If you have an
Okay.
idea, gusto mo matuto, available
Mhm.
yung workshop, ilalagay natin yung link sa description
Mhm. Yeah, okay. What if
after this.
nagulat ka, Sir Nelson, next hackathon kasali kasali na ako tas ako yung main developer, gano'n.
Dapat ka
Puwede
sumali.
ba yun?
Ako
Dapat
maghanap ng
kalaban
developer
pa.
para sa'yo kung meron kang idea.
Ay, sige. Akala ko ano tayo, magkalaban kasi competitive. Ngayon pala ano, team. Puwede,
Magkasama lang
puwede.
tayo.
Totoo, tayo na
Okay.
yung nakasali.
Oo nga.
Super important ng mga hackathons, no? I think later on
Yes,
we'll also
exactly.
talk more about, yung mga personal experiences natin, and we'll also be interviewing two trailblazers in the space
Yes.
of Web3 education. So before we call them in, let us give you like a very brief background of like who they are and ano bang ginagawa ng The Block and why we invited them ngayon, no? So bago sila magkwento, tayo muna magkukwento, Sir Nelson. So the Block, you guys, as we previously mentioned, ano sila, parang they're very much focused on blockchain education. So anything like crypto, Web3, NFT, GameFi, Metaverse, name
Yes.
it. No, they are very much, again, the trailblazers for that.
Yeah.
Ang dami din nilang mga events, no? I think we'll talk about them more in detail and hopefully we can partner up. So, Sir Nelson, paano mo ba sila na-meet and what's interesting about them? Like, how can we work together, you think?
Yeah, I think they're one of the OGs of the space. Nakausap ko sila kagabi.
Mhm.
And very interesting yung story nila actually. And napakalalim na nung alam nila
Mhm.
dito sa crypto space sa Philippines. And I think very critical na ma-recognize ang The Block. Napakaganda nung ginagawa nila, yung plano nilang gawin.
Mhm.
Actually, ginagawa na nila right now, no? May ongoing na. And hopefully, no? Hopefully makapag-partner tayo, ICP Manila, para dito sa continuing education na ginagawa nila.
I think hindi malayo. Knowing you, and I feel like dahil action takers din itong mga interviewin natin,
Yes.
malakas ang kutob ko na within the next 3 months, we'll be partnering
Oo
up
nga.
with them.
Marami tayong gagawin with them.
Nararamdaman ko talaga because again, we
Ah,
share the same passion. That's why I'm super excited with this interview. No, so we'll be interviewing two people from the block. We have their CEO, si Crypto Fonzie, also known, ang legal name, hindi kasi ako sanay sa legal name sa space natin.
Web3 name eh.
Fonseca, yes.
Yeah.
And then yung managing partner nila, si Sir Ellie. So let's call them in and pakinggan na natin kung ano ba yung stories nila and how the blog started. So hi guys, how are you? Thanks so much for being here.
Hello, Emerson, Ellie. Thank
Hi
you.
guys. Thank you,
Hello,
GM,
good
GM.
afternoon. Yeah, GM sa lahat.
Yes, GM, everyone.
Mhm.
So tell us a
Good
little
morning.
bit about yourself and how this started. Paano kayo napunta in the space and the blog specifically? Let's start with
Yes.
Sir Crypto Fonzie.
All right, cool. So I've been in the crypto space since 2015. If we're going to talk about the price of the Bitcoin, was able to buy around 16,000 up to 22,000, averaging 19,000.
Wow.
Nalala ko
Wow.
yung community with the crypto way back because medyo aggressive ako in terms of margin trading. So dun ko
Mhm.
nabuo yung profile ko actually with the name, alias name, Crypto Fonzie.
Mhm.
Masyado akong active before with the community in terms of cryptocurrency, and then the time na
Yeah.
I was able to make money, and then was
Mhm.
able to establish companies like the NEM Philippines, which is now the Blokc, and also the Coin Sessions Entertainment, which is into gaming and
Yeah.
NFT and whatnot. So um, actually, na-push ko yung company with an idea of returning the favor back to the community through education. So doon talaga yung nag-focus yung advocacy
Yeah.
ko because I really wanted to see that the technology is growing, and we believe naman, and I personally believe that the end user will be the next generation. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
when the time comes that that there's going to be a mass adoption, I believe na talagang dapat natin tutukan yung education. Not just in terms of investment, trading and
Yeah.
whatnot, but more of the technology aspect. If these young ones, the developers and the business guys can create solutions or startups, so
Mhm.
like providing good solutions to real world problems, then that's going to be very big for us, not just in the Philippines and but in the global scene. But given that the Philippines, no, marami tayong magagaling na talents dito, it
Agree.
just so happened, guys, na this is the hard fact na hirap tanggapin, but they're going outside Philippines because there's so much opportunity outside. But if you're going to take a look
Exactly. Tama.
with Web3 alone and blockchain, actually being Philippines as the top two in terms of crypto adoption. Vietnam is number one, of course, but we can
Yeah.
make it like the Philippines as the crypto, and not just the
Yeah.
crypto hub. I mean capital, but the
Yeah.
capital of the blockchain talents in the global scene. So doon talaga
Agreed.
nanggagaling yung advocacy namin.
And
Yeah.
we are in
Yeah.
a very interesting position now. We're in
Yep.
napakalaki ng nabukas na opportunity ng Web3 kasi ayun nga, kagaya na nabanggit natin with G, it doesn't matter kung nasaan ka sa mundo. Kasi
Yeah.
online na halos ngayon. So, who's to say na yung next best developer wala sa Pilipinas, right? Hindi na natin kailangan pumunta pa ng ibang bansa. And, with people like
Agree.
you, the hard work of making sure na everyone's educated. So, number one, it protects you from scams. Number two, ayun nga, parang namumulat ka na ang dami palang
Yep.
possibilities and you get to tap into your own talents. So yeah, thank you so much, Sir Crypto Fonzie, for that introduction. Now let's hear from Sir Ellie. How are you?
Hello, good evening. Thank you, Mulan, no, for inviting us, Nelson, of course. So, kami naman nila Emerson, again, as what he mentioned, no, we started talaga when it comes to the education part way back 2016-17. Actually, nung time na yun talaga, kita namin na parang yung problem is yung proper education eh. Ang focus kasi madalas ng mga tao back then was just about crypto. So ngayon,
Yeah.
time na yun, ang nangyari, most of the people talaga may bad image or connotation about blockchain, no? Pag sinabi mong blockchain, kala agad nila Bitcoin, and then automatically scam. So ganun kaagad yun
Yeah.
nangyari. So nakita namin na ang laki nung gap, no, when it comes to the education part. So nung 2017, sabi namin we started actually, mga community-driven activity lang siya. We started as community-driven activity. So, mga meetups, ganyan. And then, hindi kasi enough na yung mga crypto 101, blockchain 101. That's not enough actually, no, na parang nangyayari kasi sa mga 101, pasok sa isang tenga, labas sa kabila. That's it. Wala nang follow up, wala nang nangyayari.
First level, oo.
So, tapping the universities. So, we started actually nung umpisa, ang hirap, sobrang hirap talaga. Kasi 2017, 18 kasagsagan yan, sobrang ng technology, bago pa, very infant. Tapos, I mean, the technology has been there for quite some time. Pero dito sa Philippines kasi parang doon pa lang siya nagbo-boom. Doon pa lang siya. People are just starting to learn and be aware about it. Kaso on a wrong footing Diba? Yung awareness ng tao is on the wrong footing kasi akala nila, blockchain, Bitcoin, scam, ganon. So then we changed the narrative. We never talk about cryptocurrency. Emerson is a good trader. He's known in the crypto trading space to be. Kaya nga crypto Fonzi, no, kasi grabe mag-trade. grabe si Emerson talaga mag-trade ng crypto even before talagang pinapakita niya lahat yung mga yung mga trades niya. So sabi natin, we will not talk about crypto anymore. We'll not talk about the trading part or the money part. Kaya, if you will look at our program, talagang we're focusing on the tech. We're focusing on the use case, saan mo magagamit yung blockchain, saan mo siya ma-apply, how are you going to use it, to utilize it. So, walang bahid ng any trading. Kasi, naniniwala kami na if we put in the trading part, the money game, malulus yung focus ng mga tao on the technology side Parang titignan na lang nila pera, di ba? Money game na. So yun, we started.
Hindi laging naririnig no?
Oo. So ngayon na nangyari, we started back then 2017, 18. Maganda yung pick up ng mga university partners. We had partnership left and right, no? May papel, lahat talaga. May MOA kami with them. Nakaset yung mga activities, ganyan. We've trained siguro mga around 90 plus universities all over the Philippines. So, Luzon, Visayas, now, and then we've been doing train the trainers. We've been doing mga faculty development. So, and then syempre, dami ng schools, no? Ang nangyayari, may mga success story tayo wherein nagamit naman nila as becoming a blockchain developer. Medyo malungkot lang kasi on the expense of resigning from their university, nagtatrabaho sila abroad. So developer na sila in other countries. Though it's a success story on our end kasi we were able to provide them the upskills. Pero lang, hindi natin napakinabangan dito sa Philippines. Brain drain, which is always the problem, no?
Agree.
So, ngayon, ang nangyari, so after that, nagka-pandemic Actually, ang dami namin plans even before. So siguro kung if we get the support needed talaga back then, baka talaga masabi natin na we could become like the Vietnam, kung ano si
That
Vietnam.
level, for sure.
It could really be the blockchain capital kasi we're able to make it before, di ba? We become like the SMS capital of the world kasi sobrang grabe ng SMS, di ba? And then we become the BPO capital of the world, like
yes,
like
exactly,
di ba? So lahat ng outsourcing nandito sa atin. So I mean, sobrang hopeful kami and we're not in doubt na we could become still the blockchain capital of the world. Why?
Agree.
Kasi if you look at Malaysia, if you look at Vietnam, even if you look at Singapore and other mga sa Dubai, yung mga blockchain developers nila doon, majority Filipino.
Yun yung nakakatawa doon. Sayang.
Diba? Imagine, why don't we sa kumbaga harness yung own talents natin dito, 'di ba? And then tayo makinabang, but it's the other country. Kaya nga what we are really the vision of the block is really to bridge yung gap na talent tsaka innovation kasi yun yung problem natin Like imagine sige, bro.
Ellie, before we go to the block, I have a question lang since you mentioned nga that si Vietnam nga, of course, syempre, alam naman natin, naging number 1 sila. There was an article na nabasa ko. It is with the help of the government. And with that, do you think, para maging blockchain capital din tayo, kailangan ng support ng government?
That's one thing, no? Actually, we have this idea before that we really want the government to be onboarded. Hindi naman sila mawawala eh. Laging tatlo yan. We have the academe, we have the private sector, and then we have the government. So
Yeah.
government support is always a very vital part eh, on the mass adoption, on this goal to become a blockchain capital. But tingin ko it will be the government who will always be the last to adopt eh. So the
Yeah.
reason why is that ito lagi namin sinasabi, ang nangyayari kasi the tech is so advanced and the regulation cannot cope up eh, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
tingin ko we could still become the blockchain capital kahit wala pa tayong sobrang 100% support ng government. But we have to onboard the private sector. We have to onboard
Agree.
Yeah, kasi it's the industry who's driving the economy, 'di ba? Yung mga industry,
Agree.
I mean, yung mga private sectors, they're the ones who's driving the economy talaga, 'di ba? So
Agree. I read on the article that it was what how do you call this? It was a conscious effort by the government to really upskill yung sa Vietnam nga to result kumbaga to take advantage of this technology, no? And yeah, tama sa sinabi mo that I really agree na with the help of the government, hopefully, no, na we can really, actually, with the help of mga tulad nyo, OG, so with what you're doing with the Blokc, to really upskill mga Filipino and take advantage of this opportunity na Web3 space right now. So, Julian, go ahead. Or do we, you have questions pa?
Want to hear
We
from...
go with Blokc na, the Blokc.
Yeah, I mean, because it's as the CEO, of course, parang alam mo yon, it's your baby. You try to think of everything.
Yes.
I'm sure you've also thought about that question. Do you also feel na very vital ang role ng government? Do you share the same thoughts with Sir Ellie na kaya ba natin kahit wala pang 100% sa government support? What do you think about this?
Yes, my take on that actually, yes, government could, could really, I mean, yung support talaga nila, sobrang laking impact yan for us. But,
Yeah.
given that the government is also busy with some other, problems of the Philippines or the country itself,
Oo nga, I agree.
sa sarili kong opinion, I think, palaging, tama yung sinabi ni Ellie, I would agree with that. Palaging nauuna yung, ang kumbaga, na dyan technology, lalabas siya, kakaroon ng adoption, then palaging huli yung regulation. Doon na tayo magsimula with education, work out with the academic sector, with the industry, and then hayaan na lang muna natin mag-focus si
Catch up
government for
na lang
some
sila.
other problems, and then catch up with us.
Okay.
Of course, malaking boost yung magiging role nila in terms of the support because the linkage with the industry, the government, and academia is a whole one big ecosystem, and it plays a vital role with everything, with the businesses. That also starts from the academe.
Yeah.
So, and also, mag-shoutout lang pala ako, nakita ko si Dean Kiko of Francisco Palit of Holy Angel University. Shout out, sir. That's one of our partners.
Palit! Uy, Pampanga din ako. Hello.
Yes.
Dakala salamat for being here.
From Holy Angel yan sila, university sila din.
Ayan, wow, mga taga-HAU. Hello po, kumusta kayo? Thank you so much for being here. Dakala salamat.
Thank you for being here. Hello.
Yeah. They will be they will be offering a blockchain course na this coming school year, no? So may
wow, look at Pampanga.
Okay.
Pero before that, actually, way back 2018 pa, we have the blockchain elective course with Holy Angel. They are the first, together with, of course, nandiyan si Ateneo de Manila and Lyceum of the Philippines in Manila as well. So sila yung mga unang nag-roll out ng blockchain elective course namin way back 2018-2019.
See, I didn't know that. So, kailangan, guys, we have so much work to do. But I'm so happy na we are talking about it here sa mga ganitong, I think, napakaganda ng timing natin, no? Kasi ang daming, I guess, because of the pandemic with AXI, ang dami naging interested. And it's super nice na ang dami pa rin nagstay. Most of the people we interview and the people we meet sa events, halos dun sila nag-start. And it's really nice to see na bigla developer na siya ngayon, dati
Yeah.
siyang access scholar. So, this is the perfect time, I feel like,
Yeah.
board more people and to show them the opportunities na meron dito sa space
Yeah.
natin. So I think we've mentioned, ang dami nating na-cover, no?
Yeah, I
Introduction
think
po, guys.
actually introduction pa lang nga tayo, actually background pa lang nila. Maybe let's have them talk about I want to hear more about the Blokc.
Yes. So walk
Yeah.
us through para nag-start, no? And
Yeah.
tell us your story. We're really interested in knowing paano din kayo nagkakilala and things like that.
Sige. Again, we started nga, yung concept talaga ng The Blokc, started siya nung 2017 pa talaga, no? Kung mapapansin niyo, baliktad yung sulat, no, nung The Blokc. Kasi,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sa
PNK.
crypto space, di ba, uso naman yan, yung huddle, yung biddle, di ba, yung ganyan. Baliktad yung last two letters. Pero the reason why baliktad din yung letters yan is that may meaning kasi siya. So, it means the blockchain lead organization and knowledge center. So, yun talaga yun yung meaning nung The
Okay.
Blokc. So, kaya ganun din yung spelling niya. Nagkataon lang kasi ganun nga sa space natin. So, sinakto
Yeah.
din natin na may ganun siya meaning. Actually, nung 2017-18, we've been active talaga when it comes to sa community on the part of education. Pero grassroots talaga namin university. Kasi pag sabi ko kanina, anyone can do blockchain 101, Bitcoin 101, or even crypto 101 anywhere eh. But
Yeah.
ang lagi namin iniisip, it's not the right venue or the proper avenue for learning, 'di ba? Kasi saan ba ang proper venue for learning? It's always the school, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
that's why talaga naging focus namin always is the university. So we crafted mga syllabus, ganyan, mga curriculum that we provided sa mga school din. And then back then, dapat nung 2019, actually early 2020, magkakaroon sana tayo ng Blockchain Center of the Philippines that is supposedly based in BGC. Actually, there's a place na and all. Kasi nagka-pandemic din kasi. So, medyo naudlot yung part na yun, no? So, siya.
Okay.
Actually, a lot of activities has been stopped, no, nung pandemic.
Nung pandemic,
Nagkakilala kami nila Emerson talaga sa space na din. Nagkataon, we have the same interest. It was NEM or NEM na protocol before. I'm not sure if you guys know NEM blockchain or NEM blockchain. It was like a second gen na blockchain protocol. And then nung time na yun, sobrang dali niya kasi gamitin. Ang problem kasi ng mga blockchain protocol back then is the user experience.
Which is very important.
Actually, even now, problematic pa rin ang user experience. Imagine, 'di ba? Bakit sa dami ng mga adoption, awareness, education na nangyayari, bakit hindi mo pa rin magamit completely yung mga crypto natin sa grocery, sa mga kung saan store? Why? Because of the user experience, 'di ba?
Madaming hinash. Masyadong complicated.
I mean, not until siguro there would be someone who could be able to come up with a solution na sobrang dali ng user experience. Like lagi kong sinasabi nga, 'di ba? Parang kumagawa sila ng something solution na parang Grab. You don't have to know everything on the back end. You don't have to know everything on the, on the deeper side. You just have to know the surface. 'Di ba sa Grab, book ka lang, location mo, pupuntahan mo, payment method, tapos
seamless.
Yung technology behind, I mean, the whole process, ang dami pang nangyari doon. Pero, you don't care about that, di ba? Basta nakarating ka sa papuntahan mo.
You don't even need to know na galing siya sa blockchain in the future.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I think that's one problem din talaga that needs to be addressed, yung user experience. So, ayun nga, lumabas si NEM blockchain. Back then kasi, syempre, ang alam pala ng mga tao, Bitcoin, syempre, Ethereum, yun pa lang nung time na yun. Tapos lumabas nga ito si NEM blockchain. Kung alam niyo yung mga Wix, parang ganun, na drag and drop, ganun lang siya. Drag and drop lang talaga siya. Makagawa ka na ng own cryptocurrency mo, makapag-deploy ka ng smart assets kasi yung tawag sa smart contract nila before. So, drag and drop lang lahat. So, sobrang bilis makapag-create ng parang smart assets running on the blockchain. So, parang sabi namin,
pero nawala na rin sila.
nawala na rin sila, yes. Emerson
Okay.
could talk about that siguro later on.
That's a totally different
Parang
story.
story
Totally
din
different
ko na.
story. Kasi
Nabuhay ako bigla. Parang,
part kasi sa Emerson ng NEM Foundation na council. So they have a council eh. So parang, di ba, sa ICP may Divinity Foundation. So may NEM Foundation din and part si Emerson ng council no. And it just so happened the vice president of that, Nelson din yung pangalan, no? So Boss Bal, kung
Okay.
nandiyan.
din yun.
Disclaimer,
Oo.
ibang tao yan, hindi ako yan.
Boss Nelson, Boss Bal, kung nandiyan ka.
Mahirap na malink.
So pero hindi, yun, sobrang solid noon ni Boss Bal, ni Boss Nelson talaga. Mas OG pa yon. Kung mas OG pa yun
Mas
talaga
grabe pa.
mas grabe pa yun. So ayun, yun yung nangyari. Sabi namin, ganito dapat ang blockchain. So we started the education drive. Yun ang pinopromote namin ngayon sa mga school, mga activity, meet up.
Yes.
It just so happened, bro, na notice kami ng NEM Foundation na there is like a drive na pinopromote yung NEM sa Philippines, na notice nila. So ayun, na nangyari, they funded yung drive na ginagawa namin. So it started as a community driven initiative na notice ng foundation. They supported the efforts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sobrang validating nun to have the support na
Yeah.
gano'n. So I feel like napakaganda ng origin story ninyo. And it's nice to see na you are on the giving end naman ngayon. Kayo na yung sumusuporta, no? So that's truly a very, very inspiring story. So part 2 naman tayo. What happened with anong katuloy ng story na yon?
Actually, nandyan pa naman yung technology ni NEM blockchain. Andyan pa siya. Meron silang fork na symbol. But wala nang organization backing up the technology. Though nandyan pa, buhay na buhay pa yung core developers. They are 3 core developers like the Satoshi Nakamoto. Kakausap ko pa naman sila. Close ko sila. But talagang yung foundation and the other organization after them, wala na talaga. Though si NEM Philippines pa naman, no, ito yung isang bagay na naging proud ako even before. Kami yung unang nakapag-register ng blockchain company with SEC in the Philippines. So inabot yun ng more than a year bago namin na i-push yun with SEC. So hiningan pa nila kami ng parang asking for endorsement from BSP na hindi kami magbebenta ng coin or hindi kami mag-ICO. And we just wanted to make sure na talagang hindi yan ang goal namin. I mean, our vision and goal talaga is to parang promote yung technology ng blockchain, hindi talaga yung crypto. And
para sa Filipinos.
Yes. So, nakakuha kami ng endorsement from BSP and then was able to successfully register the company as a blockchain company with SEC. Up until now naman buhay, and then we just rebranded the block. And then, of course, with the help of the new team, of course, wala na kasi yung team namin before with the NEM. Masyado siyang malaki. If we're going to talk about NEM before, sobrang laki niyan. It's really a big company, is a global company. Si NEM Philippines lang talaga yung pinaka-aggressive in terms of education. So, I would say na isa sa mga naging biggest contribution ko with NEM technology is that talagang tumutok kami with education. So, nagkaroon kami ng around 40 university partners. So, nag-rebrand kami last year, just November, and then right now we have around 58 university partners na. So I think yung grassroots ni NEM malaking bagay and the foundation nakatulong yun with the block.
Nagawa nyo na
Yes, nagawa na kasi namin, and the ties and the good relationship that we have with the universities, doon kami naka-position talaga eh. You know, ito yung nagiging problema with some other community groups, Web3, and even new companies dito sa space na to, no? They're trying to talk about education, but you know, hindi ko masyadong na-feel yung usaping edukasyon if we're gonna focus more on crypto and trading eh. I think that's not enough. So hindi talaga tayo mabubuhay with that. So if we really wanted to push the education, siguro tutukan natin more on the technology side kasi that way baka mas marami pa tayo mas magawang makabuluhan crypto pero may use case. So doon talaga kami luminya.
Siguro one thing din that's why 'di ba sinasabi ko kanina hindi enough kasi yung blockchain 101, crypto 101 or 101. If you look at the program that we're offering, it's a 12-week program. Bakit siya 12-week? That's how you learn things. That's how you get exposed into practical application. So hindi pwede na 101 lang kasi pag walang follow-up, wala na yon. Eventually, lalabas lang sa kabilang tenga yun eh. Ganun.
Tama.
So, it's a 12-week program ang
And
ginagawa talaga namin.
And I think yung advantage talaga dito is really yung mga Filipinos talaga upskill talaga matutunan hindi lang yung basics about crypto, about trading, about
There's a funny
investment.
story actually, bro Nelson. No?
Okay, okay.
I have mga friends na nasa nasa talent recruitment sila, tech
Oo.
recruitment industry to be exact. So they are actually employed sa mga big names na nasa tech recruitment like Robert Walters, Michael Page. So
Mhm.
yung mga names na yan, no. Sabi nila sa akin before, pag nagkikita kami like sa mga gathering ganyan, sabi nila kasi natatanong ko sila bakit ba mataas yung unemployment rate natin? 'Di ba? Yun yung tanong Parang 'di ba laging sinasabi sa balita, ang taas ng unemployment rate, yung mga ganyan ba.
Yeah.
So natanong ko sila, sabi nila, mataas yung unemployment rate natin hindi dahil walang trabaho. In fact, sabi nila, namumroblema sila maghanap ng talent. Sobrang daming trabaho. Ang
Daming
problem
trabaho.
hindi tayo match dun sa mga skills na hinahanap, sa mga
Yeah.
trabaho na available globally. So imagine,
Agree.
syempre, as a talent recruitment company, ayaw mo ring mapapahiya yung company nire-represent mo. Hindi ka pwedeng magpasok ng someone na putyo-putyo lang, di ba? So it needs to be
Yeah.
something na vetted mo. And alam talaga nila yung
Agree.
gagawin nila pagdating sa company. So imagine, the problem with us is even the curriculum na ginagamit natin, years pa siguro ginagamit ng mga schools. Pag graduate mo ng 4 years, yung natutunan mo sa school, phase out na, di ba?
Yeah, agree.
This is also the position that we have right now, no? We are actually an industry advisor sa mga university partners namin. So,
Yeah.
pinapalitan namin talaga yung curriculum nila. Ini-help namin sila na ito dapat wala na to, ito palitan to ng ganito. Ito dapat yung
Na
industry need
Agree.
ito. So, which gives us a very good position talaga to leverage. Kasi nga,
Yeah.
even there, 2017 pa and we have a very good relationship talaga
Yeah.
with the university.
Emerson, thank you, Elino. Emerson, can you tell us more about the roadmap, what's in store, what's upcoming for the block?
All right. Right now, no, naka-attend ka naman kahapon, no, we have an ongoing event.
Yeah.
And
Kapon,
I think
yeah.
I'm also proud to say that this is the very first long series of hackathon in the Philippines. I've never seen this kind of hackathon from the startup community and even to any organization that created this kind of setup in terms of bringing all the ideas from the participants, having mentors on the side, giving them like information how to create their pitch deck on the business side, customer, bringing the customers, tech side, funding and everything. So nagsimula to last May 5th and then mag-end up lahat final pitching sa Okada on July 29 and 30th. So sobrang haba ng hackathon series na to. And I think mamaya si Ellie na magdi-discuss yung iba pa naming programs with the Block outside Unblock kasi ito yung part ng isang kumbaga program namin, we call it Unblock because we really wanted to have these students, yung mga fresh graduates to create their startup and bring it on the next level. Huwag lang natin ilagay yan as i-print sa papel, ilagay sa school. We really wanted to explore and see how they come up with that idea and paano natin magagamit yan in the future sa, let's say, sa Philippines, kahit sa
para
university.
mag-materialize talaga, no? Yeah.
Yes, kasi ang dami dyan
Finish-
mga projects pero nasa library lang pero nasa
Tama.
maraming sayang. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Saka I think kapag pino-provide mo yung mga ganitong opportunities sa kanila and iba kasi gaya ng ng nasabi natin, iba pa rin yung kapag may nagsusupport sa'yo kasi parang,
Yes.
validated ako. Someone also sees the importance in my work. So I'm gonna keep doing this. Alam mo yon. So it's just so much easier kapag talaga meron kang, kumbaga ka hand in hand. And then you also get to network. You get to meet other people na pareho kayo ng thoughts, pareho kayo ng
Yes.
goals, and pareho kayo ng problems basically. So you ask them, 'di ba? Parang kapag naging tropa mo na or ayun yung maganda sa space, very generous sa knowledge eh. So you can ask them parang how do I solve this? Na-encounter nyo ba to? Etc. And things like that. Very, very helpful and vital, I feel like, for the developer's journey. So, speaking of these problems, what would you say, dahil OG na kayo, I'm sure lahat ng possible na problema, parang na-encounter nyo na. But pick 3 pick three, pwedeng magkaiba kayo or pareho, and then briefly share with us parang ano yung naging problem na yon, anong natutunan nyo doon, and how can we solve that through the block or maybe even unblocked. So, sino gusto mag-start?
Ako na siguro.
Siyempre.
Yes.
So we will not call ourselves OG, no? Kasi mas may mga OG talaga. I mean, we know talaga yung mga OG dito sa space na to. And
Yeah.
definitely we're not one of them. Kasi meron
Mhm.
talagang mga OG
Early
pa.
bird na lang, sige. With early bird, easier in the on the ears. Go.
So, siguro for me, one of the siguro biggest challenge na nakita ko talaga sa space din na to is actually una siguro support system, no.
Mhm.
Yung support system sobrang important nito. The problem din kasi sa space or sa Web3 space in general is that marami ring mga opportunist na mga tao. So maraming
Yeah.
opportunist na talagang alam mo yon, if they see na meron silang makukuha sa iyo, they'll take the opportunity, no. So
Yeah.
kung mangyayari panay give ka na lang, no, and then there's no receiving.
Agree.
So that's one.
Yeah.
Pangalawa din na nakikita ko would be yung gap when it comes to the talent sa education. Sobrang ang laki ng gap natin eh. In fact, no, in other country, let's say for example in India, bakit sa India sobrang dami nilang mga startup, even successful startup, and talking
Yeah.
about unicorn startup, no? Unicorn startup, and not only that, even yung mga
Tama.
CEO ng mga malalaking company or even Indian people, di ba? Like sa Google,
Agree.
sa other mga big tech moguls pa, no? Why? Because yung education system nila is actually geared for them to be problem solver, to be critical thinkers, and could be a
That's a
startup
good point.
founder. Oo. Dito kasi sa atin, ang mindset ganito eh. Mag-aral ka na mabuti para makagraduate ka, para makahanap ka ng magandang trabaho. Ganon lagi, no? Ganon lagi yung mindset natin.
Yeah.
But if we change that into a different narrative na mag-aaral ako mabuti para makagawa ako ng business to give jobs to many Filipino, tingin ko mas maganda yung mas magiging maganda
Agree.
yung passion ng mga students, no. So
Yeah.
that's the second. Yung pangatlo siguro na nakikita ko would be siguro tingin ko yung parang wala akong ibang maisip, no, bukod sa support system.
Maganda yung sinabi mo, Ellie, yung regarding
Pero those are
sa...
very big problems na talaga. As in, ang dami mo ng sub-problems na pwede pang isipin, no? So,
No. I was just saying regarding sa...
sorry, naglalag from my end.
problem
Narinig
solving.
niyo ba yung audio ni Sir
Oo
Nelson?
nga, sorry, naglalag ako. Can you hear me?
Naririnig naman yan. Delayed
Okay.
lang.
Delayed. Okay. I just want to mention regarding sa problem solving. I think tayo Filipinos should focus really on finding solutions to problems, and wag na natin isipin muna yung reward. But if we do solve those problems, of course reward will follow definitely. And yung mindset ng India is really very focused, geared towards providing solutions to problems. So we need to change that philosophy.
Yeah, totally agree.
Actually, very crucial yun eh. Very crucial yung point na yun.
Yep.
So,
And kailangan
siguro,
natin
sige.
magtulungan.
Yes, speaking of pagtulungan,
Agree.
no, I would like to add some inputs dun sa sinabi ni Ellie. No? What are the most or top 3 problems na naisip ko? Actually, 2 lang din. Number 1, I would agree with the support system. Pero 2 lang ibibigay ko. Number 2, I think this is very important, especially in the Philippine blockchain space or Web3 space, the collaboration. Right now, mapapansin natin, no, medyo magulo talaga yung Web3 space, aminado na kailangan nating aminin yan. Pero for us kasi, talagang for us, it's more of a collaboration. Kaya nakatuto kami sa education. We just really wanted to give and share, quality education. Kung meron dyan mga bago sa space, siguro magtulungan na lang tayo. Wag na tayo magtaasan ng kung ano-anong pride. Pero kasi if we really wanted to share or we really wanted to bring Philippines as the blockchain and Web3 capital, we really have to work as one. Ang nangyayari kasi right
Yes.
now, though talagang dumami yung biglang sumulpot na startup because of the Axie, of the GameFi, NFT, masyado na naging reckless na ibang Web3 communities, nakatutok na lang into crypto, nakatutok na lang into NFT, shilling out their projects. And it's really not so good. So
Mhm.
kung siguro
Yeah.
kung makakagawa tayo ng different kind of programs na mas makabuluhan, hindi lang just, just debate, the same
Yeah.
faces, the same events, and I think masyado nang tiring and masyado nang
Yeah.
nakaka-exhausted. That's why for us and for me
Yeah.
personally, hindi na ako masyadong nag-a-attend kasi sayang naman eh. Kung sino yung makikitaan ko lang na let's say mga protocols na I think that
Yeah.
could align with our vision, then let's work together.
Mhm.
Agree. I have a
That
question
those are
for
really good
both.
points, no? I feel like both of you shared yung mga core problems talaga natin. With those
Yeah.
said, how anong mga specific solutions you feel like we could do or are doing?
Siguro for me, when it comes to the support system, medyo medyo siguro kailangan pa nating i-breakdown, no? Kasi when it comes to support system, like mga mentors, yung
Mhm.
mga mentoring na yan, no? Kailangan talaga natin yan. I mean, we have to have someone or we have to have people who actually made it or who actually did it, sharing yung mga best
Yes.
tips and practices nila para sa new generation, di ba? That's one.
Mhm.
Pangalawa,
Agree.
yung access to fund. Sobrang hirap ng access to fund dito sa
Yes.
Philippines. Napakahirap. I mean, even yung mga, magtataka ka bakit yung mga local projects, they are
Mhm.
raising funds outside the Philippines, hindi laging within the Philippines because
Yeah.
sobrang hirap ng
Yeah.
access natin dito sa funding talaga. And pangatlo, I will agree on the support system. Kailangan talaga ng collaboration dyan kasi it's one founder supporting another, no? Hindi taking advantage of the other. Lagi ko ring nakikita siguro,
Yeah.
one difference or like a major difference na nakita ko din, like bakit sinasabi nila na parang, di ba, parang ang daming gustong gumaya na dito sa Philippines magkaroon tayo ng own Silicon Valley natin eh. Parang alam mo,
Yeah.
magkaroon tayo tech hub, magkaroon tayo ng Silicon Valley. Actually, hindi lang sa Philippines, even in other country, in Vietnam,
Yeah.
Singapore, Malaysia,
Mhm.
they tried, no? Even in Dubai, they tried to have their own Silicon Valley. But laging nangyayari, hindi siya sobrang
Yeah.
nagpo-flourish or worse, nagpe-fail. Kasi, ako, lagi ko to sinasabi sa team namin, yung Silicon Valley kasi, for me, is not a place eh. It's a mindset. It's the mindset
That's
of
a good
Silicon
point.
Valley.
That's a
So,
good
Yes.
point.
kahit saan mo ilagay ang Silicon Valley, if your mindset is not there,
Mhm.
hindi mo pa rin makukuha
Yeah.
yung gusto outcome ng Silicon Valley, which is, ano ang meron doon? Support
Yeah.
system, support ng founder to one another, VCs, angel investor collaborating, helping to, di ba, to speed up or scale yung mga wala tayo nun dito, bro. Kaya ang hirap. Kahit magkaroon tayo ng
Wala pa.
Silicon
Yeah.
Valley, mahirap talaga.
Wala pa. Tama.
Yeah,
Tama.
yeah.
Wala pa. Yeah. Anyway, can you hear me?
Ayan,
Can you hear
so
me?
we have like a couple of questions na coming in. Do you guys wanna choose kung alin yung mga sasagutan? Or
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
sorry Sir Ape, asan hindi ko talaga narinig yung audio nyo, so hindi ko alam
It's
if
okay. It's okay.
you're
Yeah.
asking the questions na or
I'm yeah.
how you wanna
like
go
I
about
like
the division of the
no
questions.
no ito quick questions lang. If you can hear me, Emerson and Ellie, what do
I
you
think sa
think
my
are
right
the top
side,
three?
so you can see like some of the comments. I do have
Yeah.
some questions na. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. What do you think are the three narratives that the Filipinos should be focusing on? Is it gamify, DeFi, NFTs, socialfi, metaverse, whatever? What are the top three narratives do you think coming from an OG like you na kailangan i-focus ang mga Pinoy?
For me, sige,
Emerson
Sige,
siguro, Emerson?
sige.
Emerson, ikaw muna.
For me kasi, regardless, these are, you mentioned metaverse, GameFi, NFT, DeFi. These are the trends running on the blockchain, no? And it will never stop there. So we shouldn't focus on just one trend and just one narrative because the technology will always arise from one version to another. So if you could focus more on
Okay.
learning the technology, adapt the change, you could easily adapt the changes, create new ideas with these changes. There's gonna be, you can see a lot of narratives and solutions out there. So I cannot really say that there should be top three, but I would
Yeah,
rather say we should focus more on learning and getting to know the changes and improvement of the technology that we could learn from
agree.
it as well. Yeah.
Agree. Ellie, ikaw.
Sa akin definitely mas maganda siguro maaral mo yung underlying technology kasi laging ko sinasabi, when you know the technology, it's up to you how are you going to use it. You can use it in DeFi, you can use it in GameFi, you can use it in even in regenerative finance, no, in ReFi or SocialFi. Pero for me, no,
Yeah.
if we will look into the Philippines, napakalaking bagay ng GameFi for me, to be honest. I'm a gamer myself, no, naglalaro ako
Number
ng mga
one. Number one
even
tayo.
now. Actually, napakalaki ng gaming space, especially in the Philippines. Kasi mga Filipino, natural-born gamers tayo eh. So, sobrang natural-born gamers
Mm.
natin. So, for me,
Competitive lahat.
exactly competitive lahat
Anong
dito.
favorite game mo, Ellie?
I've been playing a lot, bro.
Ako,
Pero
Mass Effect.
MMORPG ang pinaka-genre na gusto ko. Kasi,
MMORPG.
mas ano kasi dyan eh, mas interactive, no? Mas interactive ang MMORPG.
Tama.
So,
Yeah.
tingin ko that's number one na pwede talagang maging focus ng mga Pilipino kasi natural born gamers tayo. Pangalawa siguro yung DeFi, bro. So sobrang important yung DeFi kasi
Agree.
I mean ang financial industry, bro, is something siya talaga na old school, no? So it needs to be I
Yeah.
mean it's about time, it's ripe to be changed.
Ito lang Ito lang,
Mm.
sabihin ko lang, trivia lang, 34% lang ang bank sa Philippines. The rest unbanked.
Yes, of course. So maraming ang bank actually.
Napakalaki.
Lalo pag nasa probinsya ka, no? Nasa probinsya ka. Actually, ang problem
Yeah.
naman dito is not their capability to to do banking services. One problem pa na we need to address is actually the identification. Majority kasi ng mga unbank nahirapan because yung identity nila
Yeah,
hindi
exactly. Identification.
Oo, tapos pangalawa pa yung
Exactly.
somehow parang basta may mga lalo sa mga province, no, sa mga provinces natin medyo problematic pa
Yeah.
talaga yung banking system din. Tapos siguro tingin ko yung social fi is another aspect na pwede nating ma-check din, no, kasi kung mapapansin mo naman, bro, like we're one of the biggest
Malakas tayo.
consumer and the
Oo.
user ng Facebook na social media. So I think social
Tama.
fi is another aspect na pwede natin matignan.
Agree. Julian, Mother Mulan, go ahead
Yes,
with
yes.
questions, community questions. Ang dami na
There's
pala.
so many,
Sorry.
as in, ang daming nag-send talaga. Nakaka-overwhelm kasi they are so good and
Oo,
very
feeling
in-depth,
tayong
no?
questions kasi,
Yeah.
bigay tayo ng
Usually,
prizes.
the ones we get are, alam mo yun, yung about the story. So it's super interesting na now we're getting deeper questions. So let's start with From the Gamer. Dalawa yung sinend niya actually, pero let's squeeze them together. Sabi niya, being an ex-test the instructor
Yeah.
daw, napansin niya na majority ng modern tech are being taught sa mga big cities. So do you have plans tapping sa provinces? So like you said, diba, dito sa Pampanga, meron ng course. Pero
Yeah,
let's be
good point.
real, not everyone can immediately afford yung mga ganon, right? At kasi ang laki ng shell out mong pera and then hindi ka sigurado sa aaralin mo. So, do you have some programs in store for provinces, ganyan? Yeah. So answer that one first.
Okay. Actually, that's a good question, no? This is actually one of the vision of the block. Nagkataon lang talaga na yung unblock is being hosted in Manila. Pero ang vision talaga namin is more focus on the countryside. We have students on our Blockmates program na nasa Cebu, nasa Bohol, nasa Davao, nasa Iloilo. Why are we focusing on these countryside places? Totoo yung sabi ni From the Gamer, ang daming talents doon. We have good developers coming from Cebu, we have good developers coming from Bohol, we have good developers coming in Bicol. So, medyo ang lagi nga namin sinasabi, even when we talk to government agencies that we're working with, enough na dito sa metro kasi ang opportunity laging nandito. I-spread out natin dun sa mga other countryside na may mga sobrang good talent din, no? So
True.
that's why actually yung susunod na leg ng Unblock will be happening in Central Luzon. We have been placed din in Visayas. So talagang ang goal talaga namin is madala not only in Manila kasi again nasa digital world na tayo eh. We could work remotely, we could learn remotely. So these skills can be taught online and they could learn it online, and then we're breaking the boundaries na no? And then at the same time we're preparing them on the global stage, and this will give them a better opportunity. Imagine hindi ka na lang local mag-a-apply because your skill set is being recognized globally, no? Which will give you better opportunities din.
That's a really good answer. So, ito yung pangalawa naman niyang tanong.
Nice.
So, dahil nga, ex-TESDA instructor siya, do you have plans in tapping into TESDA? Countrywide ang scope nila, and for sure, willing silang idagdag yan sa courses.
Good point.
Paperwork
Saka certification.
Actually,
Oo,
napakaganda.
Certification.
Good question.
Accessibility-wise, kasi, di ba, if we're talking about it, yun, I feel like yun yung, that's the way to
Interesting
go.
story. We tapped them back in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Around 2018, we already talked to them. It just so happened that that time, hindi pa ready eh. Hindi pa ready that time. Kasi nga, masyado pa maaga eh. Yes, 2018.
Yeah, I feel like maaga yung 2018.
Exactly, but we have plans then, no? We have actually we've been in contact and in communication with several government agencies, no? Hindi lang din namin 'yan binabanggit, but we've been in contact with several government agencies din talaga. And some we're partner already, may mga nakalatag na ng mga plans. But syempre, government kasi madugo rin yung process eh. So it takes time. Siguro give it maybe let's give it maybe 2-3 years from now. Definitely we'll see TESDA probably
2 to 3 years.
vocational process.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for that from the gamer. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. No, what I'm trying to say is that ready na yung syllabus eh. We have a syllabus, we have a curriculum which is approved.
Wow.
It's approved by the Commission on Higher Education. So it's just up to them eh if they want to use it. And
nandyan na, open lang sila.
Yeah, if they want to change it, we are willing naman to co-create another program eh. So kumbaga, we will
Julia, I like this question. I like this
go
question from Christian Fields. I'm not sure kung foreigner si Christian Fields, if you want to highlight it. What are the challenges facing educations and trainers in the blockchain space? And how can these be addressed to ensure high quality education and training in Philippines with government help?
Okay. Nice
Christian
question.
Fields, if you can highlight, Julia.
Yeah, it's here. It's on the
Yeah,
screen.
it's here.
Now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yep, highlighted na.
Thank you kay Christian Fields, no. What we're doing right now is that we're doing faculty development training. Since 2017 we've been doing this. It just so happened that again, as what we've mentioned and highlighted, we have lack of talents. Limited faculty, even the schools and universities, they do have limited faculty. We've been doing faculty development and training or train the trainers with this university. We're even providing them yung mga curriculum syllabus. We're co-creating programs with them to ensure that we could provide quality blockchain education then with them. We provide certification then. We make sure that they are certified as well na to be able to provide blockchain education. So, i-ano lang natin, the disclaimer is that when we do it, syempre hindi pa naman siya yung full blockchain na parang when you learn it, you could create your own blockchain protocol. No. There's several layers kasi sa blockchain and we're just scratching on the level 1, 2 and 3. Kasi pagka in-scratch pa natin yung deeper level ng blockchain, magiging parang you could create your own blockchain protocol na eh. And for that, no, medyo challenging pa siya here in the Philippines because we can't even say that someone is already a blockchain expert here. Kasi for you to become an expert,
Agree.
you have to have maybe 10 or 20 years of relative experience in that field, di
Yeah.
ba? Sobrang bata pa ng technology itself. So,
Yes.
I doubt na there could be someone, no, in the Philippines already who's into that level. In other country,
Mhm.
maybe, right? Diba? But in the
Yeah,
Philippines,
sila, yung mga founders, sila Vitalik.
oo, but in the Philippines, kung meron man, siguro, bilang lang sa daliri, di ba? We could count them
Agree.
in our fingers, no? So, for this one, ang ginagawa talaga namin is that we're addressing yung faculty development kasi yun yung problem eh. There's the curriculum,
Mhm.
there's this syllabus, pero walang magtuturo. That's a problem.
Yes.
We're addressing that through faculty development. So we train them, we
Yeah.
upskill them, we give them the curriculum, the syllabus, sila na magturo. Now what's gonna happen? They will teach it to their student, magkakaroon ng student na magiging champion din ng blockchain, it could become their pipeline, sila naman yung next na magtuturo. So,
Yeah.
you know,
That's a
it
good
would
idea.
become a chain din, no? So, yun din yung
Yeah.
vision din talaga.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Thank you so much, Christian Fields. I actually highlighted one of his questions as well. It's a different question, pero
Go
from the
ahead.
same
Go ahead.
person. Yeah. So ang sabi niya is, how can novice participants get started in Web3 hackathons, and what resources and tools are available to help them learn and build their skills in this area? A very loaded question, but I
Yeah.
feel like as people na parang very interested and don't know where to start, this is very important to address. So what do you guys think about this?
Yeah.
Siguro i-define natin yung novice, no, na term niya. Kasi
Yeah,
novice, ano ba to? Parang fresh graduate ba siya? Kasi
Zero knowledge pa.
he could be he could be a
Yeah.
working professional already, just so happen na hindi lang sa Web3 space, di ba? So,
yeah.
possible kasi na novice pa siya dun sa Web3 space, no? He could still be part of the Web3 space kahit hindi naman siya part pa, I mean novice pa lang, no? Kasi ang daming area ng Web3 or even ng blockchain, no? Sabi nga kanina ni
Yeah.
Yomji, no? Even if you're not developer, you could still become part of
Agree.
hackathon or Web3.
Exactly.
In what way? Ito like itong sinasabi sa mga
Yeah.
like ito sinasabi even sa mga students, no? Huwag kayong ma-intimidate when we talk about blockchain technology. Yes, it's technology, but it
Yeah.
doesn't mean na you have to be developers, you have to be programmers to get in. Kasi if you look at
Exactly.
blockchain space or the Web3 space as a whole, pag nakita mo kung sino yung mga nagwo-work dyan, it's still the traditional people, traditional
Yeah.
business developer, traditional sales, traditional
Yeah.
marketer, di ba? Sila pa rin yan
Agree.
Only difference lang is that they had the opportunity to up skills, to
Yeah.
get skill set on Web3 and blockchain.
Yeah.
That's why nandun sila sa space. But it doesn't mean na hindi
Agree.
nila matututunan, no? So, yan sa
Yeah.
hackathon, kahit hindi ka devs, kahit hindi ka developer, you can join. Resources, actually ang dami resources online Pag nag-type ka nga sa YouTube ng how to, lahat ng gusto mong malaman nandun. And
Yeah. Talabas.
Nandun na, yeah.
bro, may chat GPT pa, di ba?
Yeah, exactly.
So, tingin ko, nandun yung mga resources It just so happen lang na it's just parang sa AI, no? Tamang prompt lang kung ano yung gusto mong malaman. YouTube could even supply those info
I-filter lang din talaga. And I think we also mentioned na it's a huge factor. People forget na, yeah, we have the online resources which are very helpful. But
Yeah.
I think meeting people, watching these types of AMAs, figuring out how they started, ano ba yung mga naging problems nila, how they solved those, are also very, very
Yeah.
vital, especially when you're starting out. And after this, I mean, nakilala na nila kayo, they will learn
Yeah.
more not only about you as people, but the block itself, at saka yung mga other things that you guys are gonna be working on. Alam mo yon, unti-unti silang na-expose sa iba't ibang
Yeah.
program, so pwede nilang i-take advantage. So you guys being here, I feel like it's a good way to help you get started, especially for hackathons, lalo na yun yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon.
Actually, I just want to add, very critical yung going from 0 to 1. That
Yes.
step is very critical.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the hardest, actually. Diba? Going from 0 to 1. But
Yeah.
once you make it, it's a lot malaking difference talaga siya.
Yes, and tuloy-tuloy na siya. I think
Tuloy-tuloy
I
na siya.
speak for everyone. 'Di ba parang lahat ng nami-meet natin from this space, nag-start somewhere and then biglang boom, rabbit hole. Tapos we're here.
Yeah.
Fast forward, ilang
Yeah.
years ka na in this space, sino-sino na nakilala mo, ano na naggawa mo. So, you just
Yeah.
really have to take that first step. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be walang right or wrong step, I feel like part of the process. You just really have to act on the thoughts that you have. If you want to start, just
Yeah.
start. Mhm.
I
Yeah,
like
so
the story of the Blokc. I like the story of Ellie and Emerson kasi to be honest, sila yung na-meet ko na one of the OGs talaga eh.
yeah.
Ako admittedly I'm really not
Favorite,
that old in the space, 'di ba? But knowing and hearing what they've been doing really inspired me, and yeah, hopefully we'll ICP Manila tayo Julian will have partnerships in the coming months with them. I'm
I
looking
strongly
forward to
feel
it.
na yeah, we're gonna
We're
figure
looking
something
Yeah.
forward.
out. Uh-huh.
Yeah, looking
Hindi
forward.
it's undeniable that we do have the same mission, and I feel like people who share that same kind of passion, they're bound to work
Yeah.
together. So yeah,
Yeah.
so many good
Do we have
questions.
5 winners na? Or
No, not yet. Actually, we've only answered 2. That's how riveting the conversations are. Dahil dalawa pa lang ang nasasagot natin.
what?
So
2 pa
let's
lang? Okay, let's get 3 more. I
all
think let's
right.
get 3
So
more kasi we need to give out prizes. We need to
yes,
give out
yes.
prizes.
So here's one from Tried. I think this is very interesting since government na napag-uusapan. No? Most government
Okay,
officials
Chid,
man
do you want Chid?
averse to crypto.
Parang
So
what
how do you
position?
intend to carry the Philippines
Chid, yeah.
government along sa
Yeah.
mass adoption? Kasi like we said, parang 'di ba, we don't need their full support yet, kahit some pa lang. Pero we can't deny na kapag nag-support sila, sobrang lilipad talaga 'yan. And mas marami nang magiging open-minded. So how do you feel, ano bang kailangan nilang makita para sa tingin niyo sumuport sila?
Siguro the good question is ano bang kailangan nating makita eh. Kasi
Oh,
we were just talking about crypto. Of course, talagang magiging ano ang government diyan, no? Magiging allergic talaga sila diyan. But imagine the impact then no that crypto could bring in to the government or to the economy. Imagine, let's say for example, a lot of Filipinos kunwari ayaw na nilang mag-send ng dollars or ayaw na nilang mag-remit, no? Gusto nila mag-send na lang ng crypto sa mga kamag-anak nila. Imagine the impact of that in our economy, no? Medyo malaki din siya. Kasi syempre wala nang remittances na papasok kasi magiging crypto na eh. Yung second point siguro na gusto kong erase would be ano ba yung pinaka-promise ng blockchain technology, no? We talk about the technology, which is ano ba yung pinaka-promise niya? It's transparency, di ba? So, if the government is ready for everything to be transparent, applying the technology, definitely the mass adoption will come in eh. Kasi the government is ready to be transparent na din. Imagine mo the procurement process, 'di ba? Wala nang issue siguro yung sa DepEd na nag-purchase ng mga computer, 'di ba? Na ang mamahal, mas mahal pa sa MacBook, 'di ba? Tapos mga camera na
Yeah.
sobrang
Do
mahal
you
pa sa
feel na isa yan sa hindrance? Because I think not only sa Philippine government, in general, how do I say this na hindi incriminating, na hindi ako makukulong? But
eh.
we've always had difficulties in transparencies kasi may mga magic. Not everyone, pero merong mga nagma-magic, right? So kung ang promise ng blockchain is transparency and accountability,
Yeah.
and the government is not ready for that, that's going to be a very big uphill battle talaga for our community, no?
Yeah.
So, though ang pwede nating magawa talaga is first for them to be ano no, for them to be properly educated then on the power of the technology. It's not about ano, it's not about the cryptocurrency per se. We have to really take it on the blockchain, on the technology side talaga kasi by properly
Yeah.
educating like yung mga rank and file natin sa government talaga, no, from the low ranks going up. I think alam mo yun, we could gain critical mass kasi ang government naman, 'di ba? It's always for the people and by the people. So what if the people are already properly educated and they want to go blockchain talaga, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So we have to enforce that for the people and by the people power din talaga.
Yeah, that's a good
Siguro
point.
Yeah.
may add ko dyan yung regulatory framework din.
Si
No?
Francisco napalit. You have all the answers kung masipag.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I agree.
Okay, yeah.
Crypto Fonzie, sorry, you were saying?
Go ahead.
as I was saying, no, I think yung regulatory framework then is very important for these government agencies to have an open dialogue with the startup in that would,
Sorry,
na
go ahead.
nakakaintindi.
Sorry.
Yeah, na nakakaintindi sa crypto and blockchain, because if they will work
Sorry, go ahead.
Huh?
hello, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. So so I think it's very important lang na these government agencies to work together with the startup, with the companies that that really understand the technology. I think that's the one thing na kailangan nilang gawin, and from there we could pilot projects, we could pilot different kind of concept that could later on work for the not just for the Philippine government but for the whole Philippines. Kasi doon naman talaga magsisimula yun. I think they have a very wrong, misconception about the crypto, but like Ellie said, no, it's also a big factor, let's say, for OFWs to use crypto to send their
Yeah.
funds coming to the Philippines instead of the regular money wire transfer that
Mhm.
na masyadong costly and matagal. So I think these are the
Hassle
basic things na
din.
dapat
Oo.
maintindihan nila eh. So
Mhm.
there.
Ang daming advantages din talaga if eventually we get to incorporate, hopefully we do, no, napakaraming advantages, and it's just gonna make life so much easier. And ngayon pa lang, no, as we keep mentioning, we're still very much at its infancy. So,
Yep.
ngayon pa lang, ang dami na nating naiisip, ang dami nang pwedeng gawin. What more kapag na-develop na talaga yung tech and medyo gamay na natin siya, no? So yeah, those are very, very good points. And I feel like natatakot yung iba na pinag-uusapan to when the government is involved, kasi there's so many sensitive topics, I would say, no? Kaya we're usually very much careful when we talk about it. But I like how direct you guys are, and you're not criticizing, but you're actually offering solutions and suggestions on how we can work together and just make life easier for all Filipinos.
Yeah. Sabi nga nung isang government official dati na nakausap namin, no.
Mhm.
If wala ka namang itatago, ba't ka matatakot sa blockchain, di ba?
Exactly. So my parents are also involved sa government. They work for the government. And we've had this topic, we've had this conversation a couple of months ago. And yan din yung sinabi nila, no? Sabi na kung wala kang itatago, bakit ka matatakot sa ganyang technology? And I just want to revert back to what Crypto Fonzie said na ayun nga, maybe misinformed pa kasi, no? Kaya sila medyo hesitant, and kahit sino naman siguro would like to see a little bit more progress bago ka mag-commit fully to it, no? So I feel like konting education pa, konting experience and exposure with the current technology that we have, and we'll definitely have them on our side kasi again, it's the point is to make life just easier, for things to be easier, 'di ba? And advancing tech. So we have a couple more questions here. Sorry. Is there something that you wanna add?
No, we're good on that.
We're good, yeah.
Ayun, okay. So we have a couple more questions dito. Grabe yung mga tanong nila no? Parang hindi man lang sila nagpa-subtle na kung ano-ano, pero straight for the jugular sila. So, ang sabi ni Espeso is, kanina novice ang pinag-usapan natin. Now, let's talk about blockchain developers. So, paano tayo mag-stay up to date with the latest developments and advancements in the field, and what resources are available to help them do so in the Philippines? I know we have like YouTube, things like that, pero ano yung hub na pwede nilang lapitan talaga directly, where they could talk to Web3 developers or blockchain experts?
Siguro kasi when it comes to technology talaga, no, it's continuously evolving. So, kumbaga parang, and not only that, no, sobrang fast-paced pa ng technology, lalo ngayon, no? So parang kung ano yung latest ngayon, this year could be outdated na after like 6 months or a year din, no? Um,
Mhm.
I think it's always continuous learning, eh, 'di ba? So
Mhm.
learning never stops kasi. Pero I think for us, siguro to really stay up to date,
Mhm.
sobrang useful ng Twitter for me kasi
Yeah.
you always get updated kung ano nangyayari dun sa space na you're trying to move, no, like sa
Yeah,
Web3
yeah.
industry. So sobrang with the right hashtags lang, no, na you're following, you get to be updated din talaga, no. So
And
I
you get
mean,
to see events din, 'di ba? And kung nasan
exactly,
sila, uh-huh.
with the contents, oo, with the contents din. So sobrang helpful niya kasi ayun nga, parang yung Twitter kasi may iba siyang ano, eh, may iba siyang parang
May mundo
sense.
siya.
Oo,
Oo,
may
oo,
sarili
oo.
siyang ano, eh. Kumbaga
Yeah.
sa Facebook, medyo maghe-hesitant ka na, teka, totoo ba 'to? Parang gano'n. Pero once you
Oo.
see it kasi sa Twitter, parang may sense siya na, mukhang totoo nga talaga 'to kasi parang
Hmm.
iba yung ano, eh, iba yung atake kasi sa Twitter, 'no. So, ako for me dun din ako nagche-check ng mga news, 'no, na para maging
Mhm.
stay up to date, with the proper hashtag lang din, 'no. And then siguro always talk to industry people na nasa
Mhm.
space din kasi,
Yes, I
again,
agree.
we're not always the best in the room, eh, 'di ba? There's always
Yeah.
someone
Mhm.
better than us. So it's
Mhm.
always good to collaborate, no? Instead of
Yeah.
competing with others, it would be
Learn from each other.
to collaborate.
Collaborate and
Mhm.
learning. Yes.
Yeah. How about you, Crypto Fonzie? How do you
For
think?
me, yeah. For me naman, it's very important also to choose wisely kung sino yung ifa-follow mo. Not
Oh.
just pertaining with the advancement of the technology, especially in the crypto. Diyan masyadong hatong Filipinos eh.
Mhm.
Ever since I started with the crypto in blockchain, diyan actually ako maingay sa mga scams.
Mhm.
These so-called influencers, medyo may problema tayo diyan because, if you are a very good, influencer and you know better than
Mhm.
anyone else in terms of the crypto, dapat hindi na ikaw mismo nagpo-promote ng mga scam projects out there, or
I
maybe
agree.
maybe
I agree.
projects na hindi naman talaga sustainable. Again,
Yeah.
best or you know better than anyone than the newbies in the space. So why would you promote such scammy projects?
Mhm.
So I think very important kung sino yung ifa-follow mo, kung sino yung susundan mo,
Yeah.
whose organization, whose community are you going to follow in terms of any development in the crypto and the blockchain space. Very vital
Yeah.
yon.
Yeah.
And kasi si government, if the government, no, they cannot see what's happening on a micro level eh. So
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
diyan maganda papasok yung role ng community because the community itself
Yeah.
is protecting the community itself.
Each
So
other. Correct. Correct.
yes,
So, yun talaga, make friends, you guys. Your own group.
that's right. So ayun, yun lang naman, no. You just need to be beware of whom you
Mhm.
to follow. Hindi porket marami or maraming followers and it's a good influencer.
Yeah.
So ganun lang naman, ganun lang.
I think it's also good na you have a variety of people. I mean, yeah, i-filter mo. Pero you also listen to different perspectives bago ka
Yes.
fully mag-decide. Kasi kung isang side lang maririnig mo and then that's like a pro on something, on a
Yeah.
take,
Yep.
maka-persuade ka na, right? So the only way for you to know kung ikaw, ano ba pinaniniwalaan mo, kung ano ba tingin mong okay for your specific life or like your
I
portfolio or what it is, perspective din talaga.
All
So
right.
yeah, I think yes, participating again sa mga ganitong AMAs are very, very crucial kasi nakakausap mo, tao na talaga sila eh. Kasi pag nagbabasa ka lang din minsan, ang hirap na makakonect.
Yep.
Nakakalimutan mo na, oh wait, tao din nga pala siya. But, with these discussions, either YouTube yan or Discord or even real life events, you nahi-humanize pa rin, parang babalik ka sa ground roots and you get to see the larger picture as well. So yeah, I think that's an important question to ask. Thank you so much, Espeso, for sending that. And grabe, ang gaganda ng points na nabanggit ninyo, no? I just like to highlight this one. Sabi ni Sir Francisco Napalit, just like AI, we are teaching it way, way before. I got a lot of students working on AI companies and daw, AI is boom. I think sinanya to dun sa previous topic natin kanina about like hesitations din ng government or the public in general kapag bago yung ano. Yeah, that's a good point as well. We've had how many questions na so far? A lot, no? Pero we've had from the gamer, we have one from Chide, and Christian Phils. And Espeso pala. So we get to pick one more. As CEO, then would you like to pick the last one, Crypto Fonzie?
All right, sige, let me choose.
Ang
Sige, all
dami,
right.
no?
Siguro
Yeah.
ito na lang. Kay Astronaut C.
Okay.
Aware na po ba si DICT sa blockchain movement natin sa bansa? If so po, ano po ang status ng collaboration with the government? If not, ano po ang steps na balak niyo to gain support?
Sorry, what time niyo po sinend yung question? Para lang ma-explain.
I think that was anong time ba to?
Oh yeah, it's okay, okay. Hanapin ko na lang siya. So what's your answer or your take on the
Actually,
question?
aware naman si DICT with what's happening in the blockchain and Web3 space. We also have some um, kumbaga meetings with them and how we could help them because the ICT itself is seeing the problems in terms of the jobs and they're
Mm,
seeing the opportunities in the blockchain but how are they will parang paano pa sila makakatulong in terms of support of what
mhm,
we have been doing. I think yung nagiging problem lang dito is it's tapping the wrong people, shall I say,
mm,
or I will be very honest with this because if you really wanted to solve problems like especially for the jobs and upskilling, then you need to tap the certain or the companies that are kumbaga, moving forward or giving solutions in terms of the education. So why would you partner up with a certain crypto company that's then you're gonna tell us that you're gonna move and forward with blockchain education? We've
mhm,
been in this space since 2017. We know what was the ins and out with the blockchain education. We have
mhm,
50 university partners. Why don't you just support our kumbaga vision? Yun dun naman kami palagi nang gagaling with our very good intent, of course, to help the Filipino to get support from the government. Medyo parang mali lang yung mga tapping na nangyayari in terms of if they really want to focus on the education, then tap the right organization. Yun lang.
mhm.
Maybe
Yeah,
Ellie,
I think
you have some other inputs to say.
I I love na you are so direct and so honest about it. Yeah, yeah. Before we proceed with the conversation, would you like to add anything, Sir Ellie?
Siguro sa akin, I mean, um, medyo ano kasi no, medyo sabi ko nga kanina, madalas kasi when we talk about government, although onboarded sila sa vision, onboarded sila sa gusto nating mangyari, they are following kasi mga certain processes and protocols no. And madalas kasi matagal din yung mga process and protocols na yan na nangyayari
Hindi
na.
na applied for the current tech, no? Hindi aligned pa talaga. That's why there are some difficulties.
Hindi naman sa hindi aligned. They are it's aligned na dun sa gusto nila mangyari. Ang problem lang kasi of course it needs to follow certain protocols then and processes on their end. Ang nangyayari sa sobrang tagal, nakakalimutan na din no. And syempre
Mm,
magkakaroon sila ng panibagong engagement, matatabunan, matatambakan hanggang sa ang nangyayari hindi na rin na i-execute.
mm,
However or whatever the plan is, kahit sobrang ganda niya, dahil nga natabunan na, natambakan na, may mga bagong ano na ulit engagement, wala na yung mga previous or prior engagement no, na nakakalimutan na din. So, siguro, it's a matter of, ako, lagi kong sinasabi, no, let's forget about the government for now. It will be the community, working with the community, working with the private sector. Kasi ang private sector, mas mabilis mag-mobilize. So as long as it has something to do with the benefits, how to make efficient ang operations, how to make efficient ang system and all those things, mas mabilis makapag-mobilize ang industry no. So kumbaga
mhm.
sila talaga yung pinaka-solid na support system at this time. Kasi kagaya ng
Yeah.
sabi ko kanina, the government will just follow the lead eventually. Uy, nakita ay nagwo-work pala 'yan. Sige. Let's go and adopt that. Oh, ito nagwo-work pala to. Let's go ahead and do that as well. So,
Mhm.
kasi nakikita na nila no, nakikita na nila na working. Ang madalas naman din kasi ang government natin is more of reactive eh. Let's say for
Yes.
example,
Mhm.
mga scam projects. Uy, may na-scam. Okay, ban natin 'yan, i-red flag natin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Di
Good
ba?
point.
So reactive siya. So hopefully eventually mangyari, maging proactive na din talaga yung government natin. Though meron naman silang mga program set in place, pero hindi pa rin talaga maiwasan kasi nga there's like millions of Filipinos eh. So ang hirap
Mhm.
talaga ma-monitor lahat, no. So kaya ganun talaga yung nangyayari. Pero ayun, sige, tingin ko aware naman ng DICT, aware naman ng government, not only DICT, even the DOST. Pero siguro critical mass pa, no? Critical mass pa. Pag nakita naman ng government na may critical mass pa, they will soon follow them.
Before I forgot to mention, part nga pala ako ng DTI. DTI committee member ako. For
DTI,
Technical
Emerson?
Committee 60, yes, for blockchain standardization.
Oh,
DICT.
Now, DTI.
DTI. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
That's why,
wow.
Emerson, we need to continue our talk. Next time, sama natin si Julian, si Modern
Sure.
Mulan. So we
Mhm.
can plan out
Our next steps. Yes.
Yeah,
So
we
I
would
think
really
our
love
next step.
that.
those are the 5 questions. Actually, there are more than 5, pero 5 people who sent in the best question. So again, ulit ko lang from the
It's okay.
gamer
It's okay.
child.
We can give out the prizes.
Yes. Ayan. So, mamaya we'll call you guys and we'll let you know how you can. But thank you so much, Crypto Fonzie and Ellie, for sharing your insights. And ang dami natin na pag-usapan. Honestly, I expected na parang hackathon lang, but I think we've covered so much and there's still so much work and
Yeah.
things to talk about. Hopefully, we get to have you back here and ibang aspects naman ng pag-usapan natin. Kasi again, ang dami pa nating pwedeng i-share and ang dami pang questions na sinesend in. So again, maraming salamat. And the work you do is so important. I feel like, because
Yeah.
let's be honest, nakakapagod. Pwede naman tayong maghintay na, 'di ba? Pwede namang ayusin na lang natin yung sarili nating portfolio, i-grow natin 'yan. But I feel like it takes a very special kind of heart and mind to dedicate yourself, to dedicate your time and effort to
I agree.
educating Filipino people and providing opportunities for them. So again, maraming salamat. Sana hindi kayo mapagod in doing what you do and hopefully we can help each other in achieving our goal na makapag-educate pa ng marami. If you guys have other events na you want to plug or maybe talk about
Yes.
your socials, how they can reach you, please do
Yeah.
so kasi we would love to be a part of your community as well.
Ayun,
Sige.
siguro we're inviting everyone, no, to join us. Pwede kayong bumisita sa mga sessions namin sa Unblock. So nabanggit nga ni Emerson kanina, no,
Yeah.
it's the first or one of the long series hackathon here in the Philippines, no. So it's been running since May 5 and it will
Yeah.
be ending on July pa. So we've had several mga learning
Yeah.
sessions, no, with mga like the likes of Francis Plaza, former CEO
Yeah.
ng Paymongo, co-founder, giving mga mentoring sessions, and several more pa ng mga mentors na nasa program, no. And then we've had mga several hackathon series din na nakaset for mga university partners. So hopefully this coming July we'll have a Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao university-wide
Wow.
na Unblock hackathon. For one of our university partners, there will be coming in then, hopefully in Region 3. So, if you're in those region, no, so hopefully you will be able to participate kasi sobrang valuable, guys, ng learning na matututunan ninyo sa hackathon na to dahil not only you will learn how to write codes or to develop, deploy codes or smart contracts in the Web3 space, but you get to have valuable lessons coming from these founders who actually made it, who actually did it before, and
Exactly.
stories coming from their experiences talaga na sobrang motivational and definitely something na makaka-help, no, like one of the mentors shared before, no, na what they only have is just an idea and a story. They were able to sell it for $3 million, no.
Wow.
Wow.
They receive like a $3 million investment.
Life-changing.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
just having an idea and a story. So, something that you can learn from the sessions that's going on. So, if sila EOMG kanina is doing the global series, we're doing
Yeah,
the local scene naman. So it's like
that's a
the
good point.
localized, yeah, the
Galing,
localized
galing.
version ng
Tama,
ginagawa ni
tama.
Enco. Hopefully, no, hopefully we could work with Enco Club to bring in mga
I'll
happy.
patch you in. I'll patch you in.
Sure, sure, bro. So
Sure.
yeah, those things, no, we're partnered with with several industry leaders then. So we kick off the Unblock Hackathon in Tier 1 Entertainment HQ or headquarters in Quezon
Mhm.
City. So nasa page naman natin yan. Ang mga Filipino kasi mas more on the Facebook side, no? So you could check our Facebook page, no? The Block Official. So baliktad lang yung
Yeah,
KNC, so the Block Official. And makita ninyo lahat ng movement, lahat ng activity natin there, coming from the university activities, going
tama.
to the Unblock. So the starting point that we are doing, guys, is we have this what we call the building blocks. So yung building blocks, ito yung ano
Yeah,
natin, ito yung initial natin na gateway, no, for you to be able to enter Unblock. So what we do here in
nice.
building blocks is it's a community meetup. Mostly we do it twice a month. One in the university ground or university facility. One is in within the community facilities naman, no, sa mga partners natin sa community. And then what we do there is we do it's more of a 3-hour event na mostly networking ang focus, but at the same time giving you an insight of how and why you should learn blockchain. And medyo iba tong ano,
Tama.
iba yung concept ng building blocks natin kasi usually, 'di ba, ang ini-invite natin is mga resource speaker, ganyan. We were inviting someone na nasa blockchain space, but this time around it's different. So we are actually putting students on the
Good
spotlight
idea.
for them to become
Oh,
the panelists, for them to become the resource speaker of what they know or what's the level of understanding they have about blockchain. It's enough about us. We know the space already. We're
That's a
in
good
that
idea.
already, right? So this time it's the students learning and understanding or
Yeah,
gauging the understanding of the audiences of what they know exactly about blockchain. Yun yung i-discuss naman natin dito. And then, if you
that's
want
a
to
good
learn
idea.
more about blockchain, dito papasok yung next program ni The Block. We call it the Blockmates program.
mhm.
Yung Blockmates
Ang
program
ganda
na,
ng
yeah, yung Blockmates program natin is actually a 12 weeks comprehensive and intensive na boot camp. So what you learn here is that we're gonna refresh you on your Web 2 skills. And then
Mhm.
from there, we're gonna transition you from being a Web 2 developer to becoming a Web 3 developer then, no? So, yun yung part ng Blockmates. And then, of course, syempre, pag gumraduate ka dun sa program, you will become like the new kids on the block na, no? So,
Yeah.
dito naman pumapasok yung,
Yeah.
yan, part ka na ng industry.
Sinong nakaisip ng names, bigyan ng raise. Raise the salary. Ang
So, ang
ganda.
mangyayari dito sa New Kids on the Block, so ano ka na ngayon, blockchain developer ka na, you could work with industry partners na meron tayo, even globally, you could work with global companies na nasa blockchain din, no? And then, yun nga, leading to Unblock naman. Unblock is the flagship event naman ng The Block. So, every year, ginagawa namin siya. So, nakalatag na rin yung mga pre-activities natin leading to Unblock 2024 while we are doing naman the Unblock 2023.
Wow. I think ang
Wow.
napansin ko lang sa lahat ng events ninyo, they're very comprehensive, they're accessible, and also empowering sa lahat, no? So, I'm so excited
Agree.
for all of your events. Ayun, finlash natin yung Facebook group nila, guys, and also yung Twitter nila. Please be a part of their community, especially if you want to penetrate the Web3 space. I feel like these are people na you should know, people you should be following dahil napaka-active talaga nila.
Yeah, agree.
Experience is unmatched. And as you saw, sobrang generous sila with the information. No? So, ayan. Maraming salamat, you
Thank
two.
you.
If you have any parting words, parting words, Sir Crypto Fonzie, invite them again sa community ninyo and maybe just a little bit of motivation siguro. If they're thinking, kung hindi pa sila sure kung ito ba yung space for them.
All right, siguro last few words lang for me kasi education is really vital for everyone. We
Mhm.
all lahat tayo nagsimula from zero. I started from zero learning about the crypto and the blockchain. And I think it's very important to follow the right people, the right mindset, and the right siguro attitude. Um, siguro i-follow niyo na lang din ako with my handles at Crypto Fonzie, though hindi man ako masyadong active. Tomorrow I'll be having my interview with CNN. I will be talking about the cryptocurrency,
Wow.
about the scams and everything. This is actually my sixth TV appearance. Hindi
Wow.
na talaga ako masyadong active with the community right now, but I think it's about time that lumabas na ulit ako and kumbaga i-educate kayo properly. I will be also present at Traders Fair this coming May 20th. I think that's in I forgot. So Traders Fair Philippines this coming May 20th to talk about also cryptocurrency. So ito na lang yung mga sariling lakad ko outside the blog because I will be talking more about the crypto trading. So labas yung blockchain education on this part. So there. Maraming salamat for inviting us here, Julian and Nelson.
Thank you so much. Again, we hope to have you back here kasi ang dami pa nating pwedeng pag-usapan, no? So, like you mentioned, aside from the block in itself, ang dami na nating na-cover. So, what more like yung personal, ano din natin, mga personal things that we can share as well. So, yeah, again, maraming salamat. We hope to have you back. Sir Nelson, anything else that you want to add
Thank
before?
you. Yeah, thank you, Emerson, Ellie. Sorry, ang connection ko is really bad. But
It's okay,
we
bro.
were able to to meet naman in real life kahapon lang, and I'm hoping that you can also meet, of course, si Modern Mulan, and we can discuss plans in the coming months.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Again, thank you so much. Ang
Sure,
dami namin
just let us know lang, guys.
yes, for sure. Ang dami namin insights talaga na nakuha. Again, thank you. Have a great night, you guys, and see you really soon. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, Emerson. Bye,
Ayan.
Ellie. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir Nelson, ang daming choices. I always ask you this, pero
Yeah.
ang daming choices kung anong highlight of the interview for you. Which answer, like which story spoke the most para sa'yo?
I think first is OG na sila. And surprisingly, nung na-meet ko sila kagabi, actually, it's they know the challenges that we need to face kumbaga this coming months and years, actually years. And it will be helpful to actually have a partnership with yung mga OG, di ba? Alam mo yung mga ganun. Um, we need to, of course, leverage on their knowledge, at the same time on their on know-how. They already know how to do it, and we need to capitalize on those. And I'm sure it's very critical that you also meet them, we get their inputs, and we plan ahead. It's a very interesting space right now that we did AMA, and it's going to be helpful ICP for ICP Manila, and for the whole ecosystem, which is what we're promoting, of course, internet computer as a whole moving forward.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like what stood out then for me is yung experience din talaga nila. Because with every story that they shared, with every answer na binigay nila,
Yeah.
backed up with experience, like mag-share sila na, oh, ganito
Yeah.
yung nangyari before, moving forward, here's what we can do. So it's truly inspiring, no? And nakakatuwa kasi ang active ng chat natin. They're talking to each other
Yeah.
habang na ano tayo. Very
Uh,
interesting also the questions that we got. I think maraming na-encourage tonight na maging developer, or at least start learning more on how they could be a part
agree.
of that particular space. So hopefully everybody feels the same way. Sa lahat naman nanonood, whether you're watching this live or sa replay natin, sana po ay nakatulong ang episode na to and the other episodes na we are also going to make. So, Sir Ape, do we have upcoming events? What do you want to share sa viewers natin?
We do have, but we cannot share yet. Hindi pa
Not
final,
yet.
but
Yeah.
yeah, not yet. But yeah, once we start the ball rolling, yeah, tuloy-tuloy na
You'll
yan.
be the first ones to know, especially kung
Yeah.
nag-follow na kayo sa Twitter. So speaking of Twitter, dun nyo rin po makaklaim yung prizes ninyo. I'll give a quick rundown.
Yes.
Sino po yung 5 questions na napili or sino mga nag-send. And then Sir Ape will let you know how you could claim your prizes. So Promdi
Exactly.
Gamer, thank you. Child Christian Phils, sorry, who else? Esfeso, maraming salamat. And Astronaut, yeah. Ayan. So, Sir Abe, how can you get the prizes? Ang ganda ng name niya, no? Parang gusto
Oh,
ko
ang
siyang
ganda
bigyan
ng name niya.
ng ICP. For the name.
Just message, DM lang sa Twitter so we know that you're following us.
Yeah.
And yeah, send your wallet address, principal ID, preferably, and then we'll send you your prize.
Yes. So, ayan, again, maraming salamat po for being with us. And please don't forget to be a part of the community ng ICP and ng ICP in general, ICP Manila, and also, of course, the Blokc. And Encode na
Yeah.
rin. Kasama niyo na, you guys.
Encode na rin. Yeah.
Maraming salamat po. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a great night. Thank you po.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.